Heartbreaking game, yo. Was muted for a second. This game hurts. This game just hurts bad. Wait for some people to hop in. Because I haven't been live in a while. Damn, why does the StreamYard layout look like this? Let me make sure I can hear myself. Hello. Alright. What's going on, Luca? How you doing, man? Just wanted to hop in, give you guys a reaction to this loss. It's just like, we've had so many games of this season. Like, we're up double digits in the fourth quarter. Remember, it used to be the third quarter that we collapsed. Now it's the fourth quarter. Oh, it's my man Isaiah. My man Isaiah. Oh, let me make sure my volume's up so I can hear him when he hops in. All right. Yo, you there, Isaiah? Screen's black. Screen's black. Let's see if I could bring him back. But we're up 10 points in the fourth quarter. We got off to a solid start offensively. You know, RG Barrett got into a groove in this game. He had over 30 points. I love the way he competed. You know, quickly at some points early on in that fourth quarter. He did eventually get into foul trouble. He did pick up 5 fouls. We could talk about the free throws. We could talk about the offensive rebounds. We allowed the turnovers. But how about the perimeter defense? And I don't even think Tibbs' defensive system sets up these players to succeed on defense. Like, I don't think his system sets up these players to succeed when defending the three-point line. Like, why do we overcommit to one guy always? Yes, Scotty Barnes was killing us passing the basketball, but, like, not, like, scoring the ball at a very high level. Like, yeah, he may be killing you passing the ball, but then why double-team him if you know he can make nice reads? Like, both of those OG Anunoby threes were just killed us in overtime. Just so heartbreaking. Those fourth quarter turnovers were reckless with the ball, and Randall held on to the ball too long. Brunson had a huge turnover. He even had a shot I thought he forced at the rim. And I don't think he had a lot of assists in this game. I thought he kind of forced the issue too much offensively. I thought he should have looked to distribute more. Let's see how many assists Jalen Brunson had in this basketball game. But this was just so many of our losses like this. Just blown opportunities. Fred VanVleet killed us. He hit some difficult shots in this game. Yeah, Jalen Brunson, let's see. He had 2 assists. Yeah, we need more than 2 assists out of our point guard. Randall had 8 assists. But for Randall to be our assist leader with 8, and then everyone else, like our second assist leader, is like 4 guys tied with 2. No, we need more than that. Too much ISO down the stretch in the fourth quarter. Need a bench piece at the deadline. Yeah, we don't have pieces offensively outside of Quickly that can consistently contribute offensively. Obi barely plays. He had 11 minutes. McBride, I love what he brings defensively, but we can't consistently count on him to knock down a 3-point shot. Hartenstein will get offensive rebounds, but sometimes he just won't finish around the basket at all. And he's just kind of a turnstile defensively as well. But we need more contribution from the bench. These guys are going to be gassed when it comes to the fourth quarter. And I'm not going to lie, I didn't like the start we got off to when it came to the first quarter. I thought Gary Trent Jr. was going to kill us. I thought we made some solid adjustments defensively in this basketball game. You know, Brunson got off to a really slow start. And after that after the start of the second quarter when we did struggle, we eventually got things going. You know, like Brunson started to cook. Randall rebounded the ball like a beast. He was inefficient in this game, but I thought he played extremely hard. RJ got it going as well. He didn't shoot it well from the outside, but he worked downhill well. He was clutch as hell from the free throw line. And yes, he committed that very stupid foul on Scotty Barnes for that and one to give the Raptors a lead for the first time since the first half. But he overcame the adversity and had that dunk to send it to overtime. And the most frustrating thing, you look back at that dunk. I know refs are going to have missed calls or not look at certain things or just mess up. RJ got fouled. He got fouled. That should have been an and one. Who knows? Maybe the Knicks would have missed the free throw at the free throw line. But he got fouled on that dunk. but you just got to roll with it. You just got to roll with it. What's going on, MH? What's going on, TMGF? Yeah, Hartenstein commits too many dumb fouls as well, and I'm tired of seeing him complain when it's clearly a foul. Like, you clearly hit, who was it, OG Anunoby in the back? Like, I'm kind of tired of Hartenstein. No, yeah, Sims, like, what is that, 3-4 straight games that he hasn't gotten, like, any minutes at all? Like, he's just DNP now. It's just very frustrating. And now, like, Obi's playing, like, a lot of minutes, or a decent amount of minutes. He played 11 minutes, and what, last game played, like, 8 minutes as well. Just the free throws. I understand Brunson made the second, Randall made the second, but could we just make both of our free throws? And I love that Randall read the passing lane, came up with that huge steal. He had that and one. He had the and one. He executed it through the contact, missed the free throw, which actually worked out in our favor because we got the offensive rebound, and then RJ ended up drawing the foul, to cut it to a 2-point game. He just did a great job from the free throw line. But these, just always down the stretch, these offensive boards kill us too on top of it. Like, these offensive rebounds just kill us, man. It's just so frustrating. But it's just such Knicks luck. I hate throwing that around, but literally any other franchise executes that play down the stretch. Final possession of the game, Raptors don't execute offensively. Brunson's in transition. He puts up a three, and maybe Brunson didn't have confidence in it, but was I the only one that I was like, try setting this to double overtime? I understand you want to be the hero, but lob it up to Mitch in that situation. He should be able to make that pass. Lob it up to Mitch, send it to the double overtime. But maybe you're like, you just have to shoot that shot. It was wide open, but it was too strong off the back iron. Closing seconds, Raptors win. But the perimeter defense pissed me off. The free throws, the turnovers were unacceptable. Just like, we collapsed like crazy when it comes to the fourth quarter this season. Yes, the last couple of games before this, we found ways to win, but we didn't find a way to win. I don't care when they're up 10. Need to put Rose and Cam, give them rest. Yeah, the bench isn't that good, and yeah, they got a crazy amount. I think RJ had 49 minutes in this game. The refs made calls for Toronto that I can't blame the refs on this game. I can't. When you miss free throws, when you turn the ball over, when you allow offensive rebounds, when you miss a wide open shot at the end of the game, you can't blame refs for that. I'm sorry. You can't. Raptors gave us multiple chances. They gave the game away with that turnover. They gave it away. And then they allowed an offensive rebound off the free throw as well. They gave us chances exactly, TMGF. The Knicks had to execute. They did not execute. The refs aren't always going to make the right calls, and I agree with you. RJ was fouled on that dunk in transition, but you got to be able to overcome that adversity. The Knicks were not able to overcome it. They were not able to. Credit to the Raptors, though. They won this game. What is that now? Raptors 2-1 on the series this season because we won in Toronto. This is their second time winning at the Garden, and we just struggle at the Garden. We need to start winning. Like, I have more confidence in this team on the road. I have more confidence on this team, like with this team on the road than at home. That's sad that we play at the Mecca and all that, and we can't win. It's like freaking cursed ass arena. But I'm sorry, Jay Sniper. I can't blame the refs. I can't. Cyrus, I appreciate you tuning in. The refs made call. Randall doing it again. He double teamed and wanted to shoot all the time. Need a pass. Drew, that is true. But it's just like, we've seen that game Siakam went off when he played, like when he had 52 points against us. He played over 40 minutes. He made free throws down the stretch. Why can't we make free throws down the stretch? Like, we do that in practice though. Like, I feel like everyone's done that as a kid, that when you run suicides or they tire you out at practice and they prepare you for those situations at the free throw line. But I understand outside of that, Brunson was short on a mid-range jumper as well. The loose ball foul was huge in that situation. No, he didn't force the three. You talking about the Oh, you just asking me that? I can't say he forced it because it was an open shot. It was an open opportunity. It was as clean of a look you're going to get. But it was just like, did you want Jalen Brunson to be the hero, or did you want him to shoot that three and try to win the game? Or would you rather him lob it up to Mitchell Robinson and send it to double overtime? Because I believe he had Robinson there, and even if it was an inaccurate pass, Mitchell Robinson's catch rate is insane. We committed a lot of dumb fouls. Yes, they had 41 free throw attempts, but if you watch this game, we committed dumb fouls. We did. And what was it? What quarter was it? The third quarter? We didn't commit a lot of fouls in that quarter. I forgot what quarter it was. But we just have to accept it. If you don't want a lot of free throws, you have to stop giving them extra possessions. You have to stop allowing second chance opportunities in big spots. This, maybe another game you could look at the refs, but when the game, the Raptors trying to give this game away. When Randall goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line, when Brunson goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line, when RJ fouls Scotty Barnes on an and one, you can't blame him. When you leave OG Anunoby wide open for 3 2 times in overtime, they did suck, Daniel Bear. They did. Yeah, RJ was the only one that was clutch in this game. He went to the free throw line. He executed. He hit that mid-range shot in overtime. He took it coast to coast, threw it down. He stepped up. RJ was our best player in this game. He committed that stupid foul, but he overcame the adversity. This is a game you had to win. Yeah, I thought Randall played hard. I thought he was a beast on the boards again. You could definitely tell mentally he wasn't there. He was really frustrated in this game. But I didn't like the approach, though, the start of overtime. When Randall takes a perimeter jumper, misses. Mitch gets an offensive rebound. RJ was open, by the way, for a 3. And the way RJ was playing, maybe he could have knocked that down. I know he didn't shoot well from 3, but then he gives back to Randall. Randall's like, I'm going to take another one. I just can't, I hate to say it because Randall plays hard, but I can't trust him in big time moments consistently. I can't. And I love Brunson too. He's had some clutch moments for us, but can we make our free throws? Maybe you could say, yeah, they're fatigued. It's going to be hard to make free throws when he plays so many minutes. But we do need more of the bench. We do. And I remember a couple years ago when we made it to the playoffs, we have so much depth. It's amazing. We have these guys coming off the bench, but we don't have that anymore. We don't. Obi barely plays. So frustrating. RJ was excellent. What was he, 10 for 11 from the free throw line? He was 10 for 11 from the free throw line, I believe. So let's look at – I'm going to pull up the team stats. Oh, wait, I have to be logged in on here, though. I don't think I'm logged in on here. I'll just read it off to you guys. The Knicks were 9 for 31 from 3, too. That's atrocious. We're 28 of 35 from the free throw line, 80%. See, that we out-rebounded them when it came to offensive rebounds. We had 20 offensive rebounds. They had 14, but at least 3 or 4 of those were in overtime or in a big spot. And on top of that, Raptors, 27 assists. We had 17 assists. You can't have Randall that has 8 assists, and then your second leader in assist is 4 guys with 2 assists. Not even joking. Randall, assist leader with 8. Everyone else had 2. So the Raptors, 27 assists. We had 17. Both of these teams' largest lead was 10. Obviously, we had the 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. It's just whenever you think this team's building something, the turnovers just started everything up. Brunson and RJ as a tandem, and let's see. Let me go back to that. We should have taken advantage of the fact that VanVleet had 5 fouls with over 2 minutes left. Yeah. Or credit to RJ, though, in a big spot when he pump faked, got Siakam up in the air, and got Siakam to foul out of this game. That was big by RJ. I love the way he played. And I really, again, when I'm starting to really look at it, yes, there's moments sometimes we see guys not fully contest shots, but I'll say it again. I don't think Tibbs' defensive system's doing these players any favors. You can't tell me that's a player thing when we see, every time that Barnes has the ball. It doesn't matter who has the ball. Whoever's dribble penetrating or whoever has the ball, we overcommit to that guy and leave someone wide open. We do that to every player. It doesn't matter if they're killing us scoring the ball or not. Like, I just don't get how someone could be so wide open of OG Anunoby in overtime. Brunson and RJ as a tandem and more spacing is hopefully what we get. And Grimes needs more shots. We need to get him involved more. I really wonder, because we're not going to have that with Tibbs, I really wonder what Grimes would look like in a Warriors system when there's so many screen sets, so much off-ball movement. Sometimes I feel bad for Grimes. Like, what would he look like in an updated offensive scheme? Because Grimes hit a pretty big three in that fourth quarter when there's like 3 minutes. Well, actually, we do have depth. The problem is Tibbs refuses to play them more than 18 minutes other than quick. Yeah, I'm not a coach or anything. I love McBride's defense, but offensively scoring the ball, well, Reddish is done. Like, Reddish I don't think is ever getting minutes again. So if we're being realistic, yeah, I love McBride's defense. Sometimes he could make solid reads. He plays hard. He's a pest out there. But offensively, you can't consistently count on him to knock down shots. Hartenstein, he'll get offensive rebounds, but most of the time he won't finish them at the basket. Like, he's someone that plays hard, doesn't necessarily play smart. He hacks, he fouls a lot. But yeah, quickly you can count on him to score. But yeah, Obi needs more minutes though. 11 minutes. I'm so sick of this team missing free throws at the end of games. It happens way too consistently. It's like the same story every game or every time we go down the stretch. Like, and me, a Knicks fan, because like it's all here. I'm not thinking up here when I'm watching these games. I'm like, we're gonna find a way. We're gonna find a way. No, it's really rare. Drew says because Tibbs could easily play Fournier, Cam, and Sims more. I don't know about Fournier, but I'm okay with playing Cam. But once you put him in the trade discussions, I just think we can't play him. Cam and Sims more in spot minutes if he wants to. Problem is he's once again stubborn. Yeah. Raptors scored 21 points on our turnovers. Grimes took only five. Yeah, Grimes took 5 shots in 40 minutes. And I'm thinking of it on top of my head. I know I'm kind of like all over the place right now. He touched the basketball, but I feel like when he touched the ball, we didn't put him in the best position. And he rebounded well. Grimes, I thought, played hard. I thought he played. Well, how many rebounds did he finish with? At least 6. Grimes had 7 rebounds. Yeah, he had 10 points off of 5 shots. 10 points off of 5 shots. He wasn't in foul trouble. He's 3 of 5 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3. 1 steal, 1 block. This game's just so frustrating. Not like their bench killed us, though. Boucher had 8 points in 18 minutes. Chua 8 points, but he had 8 rebounds. But this is the story of the game here. Scotty Barnes, 7 rebounds, 6 offensive rebounds. 6 offensive rebounds. And I hate hearing players say, like Fred VanVleet, that he loves playing here. We should be an intimidating, like, force, like, at home. No player should be excited to play at the Garden. Like, we need to protect our home court. Like, it's sad. I'm more confident in this team winning on the road than winning at home. And it sucks. Us folding, it's like there's always one guy that's stepping up down the stretch and like 2 others aren't. You know, like Brunson would carry this team down the stretch, but Randall wouldn't step up. You know, RJ steps up down the stretch, then the others we can't count on down the stretch. Like, why can't we just have everyone on the same page, like, for a game? I don't know if he'd be Clay 2.0, but you see what they do for, like, a guy like Jordan Poole and stuff. I'm not saying they have the same skill set, but it's frustrating. Let's see what else. Teams walk in here and take home court. They definitely do. And they can't win close games. But credit to VanVleet, he stepped up. He freaking stepped up. Not like Siakam had a crazy game. Gary Trent Jr., he cooled off. But OG's just such a steady player that he plays really tough defensively, and then he hits timely shots. So what's the Raptors' record now? 20-24. If we won this game, we would have been 500 at home. We would have been 26-19 if we won this game. We would have been 26-19. Let me look at the standings though. I wonder if that would have been tied with the Sixers. No, Sixers only have 16 losses or 27-16. That would have been close to the Cavs though. Like 2 wins off. But it would have been 2 wins off. I have no idea. Let me look at our schedule coming up. So our schedule coming up. All right, we play the Wizards Wednesday, but I think Bradley Beal's going to be back for that game. We're at the Garden, so who knows? But I think that's a winnable game. See if we could beat them twice in a row. I believe that went down to the wire. Then we play the Hawks. Hawks are going to be looking for some revenge. That game's in Atlanta. Is Trae Young? Yeah, Trae Young's back. So we play the Wizards. We play the Hawks. We play the Raptors. We play the Cavs and Celtics. It's going to be a tough stretch. So it's possible if worst case scenario, we're at 500. Thank you, Cowboy X Factor. I really appreciate that. You know, I love you, Cowboy X Factor, but I can't be rooting for your Cowboys tonight. Feeling Sixers versus Knicks first round. But what's your guys' record prediction for these upcoming 5 games? So we play the Wizards at the Garden on Wednesday. We play the Knicks at the Hawks next. That's in Atlanta. Play the Knicks versus Raptors in Toronto. Cavs versus the Knicks at the Garden. Then we play the Knicks versus the Celtics in Boston. Apple Fanboy says, get a 3-and-D player. Hit your free throws. Wait, let me catch up with that. Phoenix, what's going on? Yeah, Cowboy X Factor. You know I love you, man, though. Knicks versus Raptors way too much. I'm coming from a Raps fan perspective. Why did you guys ice out RJ in overtime? I don't understand that. I feel like we've always done that since we have like Jeff Hornacek, David Fizdale. Like we never go to the go-to guy, the guy that's hot. Like you're probably as confused as I was when Randall takes a jumper early on in overtime. Mitch gets the offensive rebound instead of looking for RJ, who had the hot hand, kicked it out to Randall, takes another shot, and you can't count on Randall down the stretch. But I was confused. But good game. You guys deserved it. One hell of a game. Just heartbreaker for me, man. But you guys got to bounce back because we beat you guys in Toronto for the first time in years, like a long time. Yeah, I didn't think they went to RJ enough. But Apple Fanboy says, get a 3-and-D player, hit your free throws, fire tips, get another star. Can't stay long, but have a good night, Noah. Yeah, I don't know if you're still in here, but are you one of those people you want to trade for Levine? And I do think Grimes is a 3-and-D player. We just didn't feed him enough. We didn't feed him enough at all. But maybe you want someone with more height or something, more length. Wait, Phoenix, you're the Raptors fan, right? Yeah, you're the Raptors fan. I'm very unrealistically high on Grimes. I really like Grimes. Grimes competes defensively. He plays hard, scrappy, got rebounds. For him to get 5 shots, I thought was unacceptable, but he had 10 points off of those 5 shots. Hit that big 3 in the fourth quarter. Like, I don't understand why we don't feed the hot hand. And we don't utilize him, like, coming off of screens like a modern-day offense. But that's the concern with Tibbs, the offense. No Levine, find a way to get Shea or D-Book. If not, then wait another year, but not Levine. Yeah, the contract's crazy. I think he's a good player, but it's just like, I don't know. I'm not going to say this guy can't move the needle, that type of thing, because you don't know until they're actually on the roster. But yeah, Shea's younger. Thunder's starting to build something though, so I don't know what's the deal with Shea. But obviously, everyone would want a D book. Victor Wembanyama, in order to get him, we would have to give up like RJ on draft night. We would have to give up like 3 future first round picks. We would have to give up everything because he's the next generational talent. But whoever's picking first overall is most likely not trading that pick for anything. Zach LaVine has injury concerns. He's not playing well. Also, trade market is broken right now with high asking prices. Mitch is relying so heavily on to back up everyone's defensive mistakes. I can agree with that. And I thought he did a good job on Siakam, and he did have to defend Siakam out there. But yeah, huge play also. Randall got beat backdoor for that huge and one dunk poster by I believe Siakam. I think when Grimes gets the attack and the closeout stuff done, when teams run him off the 3-point line. Yeah, Grimes has an underrated first step. He really does. When he gets the ball and they chase him off the 3-point shot because 3-point line because his shot is concerning for opposing defenses. He does a good job working downhill, but what I love is that he doesn't just go up for the layups or go up to finish at the basket. He dumps it off and he makes the right read. Which is sometimes it's scary when he's passing in the air, though. But this is just heartbreaking. Those losses. It just seems like the same story. Like we have these open shots, we have these opportunities. But let me know in the chat. Do you think Brunson should have taken that shot, or when he was dribbling the ball before he got to the 3-point line, should have lobbed it up to Mitch because he's a crazy catch radius and forced it to double overtime? Or were you okay with the shot? And how about Van Vliet? Van Vliet committed that stupid foul on Jalen Brunson when it was like 23 seconds left. It's a tie game. And Van Vliet fouls Brunson. I guess he didn't know the score. He didn't know the situation. He didn't know we're in the bonus. He fouls him in a big moment. And I really wonder how the game would been if maybe it still would have went to overtime even if we just held it for the last shot. But it didn't matter. Brunson went 1 for 2 from the free throw line. When he missed the first free throw, I was just like, just why? Just why? I thought he was over that shit. I thought he was the way he's been knocking down free throws lately. Yeah, Jay Crowder, apparently he wanted like a starting role with the Suns. I don't want Crowder, though. I don't want him. Because if he came here, we would want him off the bench. He doesn't want to come off the bench. But where would he start? A crappy team? I just don't. Why do they always put us in these positions? But I'm just going to say credit to RJ Barrett. Played his ass off. Who else? Quickly, I thought he scored well off the bench. Started off that fourth quarter well, got into foul trouble. Brunson dumb turnover. I think RJ had a bad turnover. I believe like almost everyone in the starting lineup though had a bad turnover in that fourth quarter. We just got to learn to close out games. I don't know if we're gonna learn though. Like the last freaking 20 games, we've had at least like this type of game in like 8 of them. The Brunson signing should be criminal with how cheap they got him for considering he's a lock for the All-Star game this year. Do you think he'll make the All-Star game? Or do you think Randall will? I think it's going to be one of them. I think just the point guard position is so stacked. I don't know. But yeah, the Brunson signing for the contract now looks good. It's been better than I thought, I'm not going to lie. What's going on, Buzzer Beater? Let me hear your thoughts now. Yeah, who was that got injured? Kevin Durant. He's probably not going to play in the All-Star game because it said he was going to be reevaluated in 2 weeks. That's just reevaluated, so. I hate Van Vliet. That man kills us. Kills us. But RJ Barrett, 32 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 10 of 23 from the field. He's 2 of 9 from 3, but 10 of 11 from the free throw line. Jalen Brunson, 26 points, 2 assists. Like, we need more than 2 assists. Did have 7 rebounds, 2 of 6 from 3, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 11 of 29 from the field. Mitchell Robinson, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 5 of 8 from the field. Julius Randle, 21 points, 15 rebounds, 8 assists, 7 of 20. Had a near triple-double, but stats don't matter when a game goes down to the wire like this. And you don't execute. How about that play also? Oh my gosh, that was scary. When Mitchell Robinson got the rebound and then like lost it, and then eventually we got it back. That was scary. Just going over my notes here. I could try to miss anything. There's so much that happened in this game. I was like, how am I gonna do a recap? Like, I need to hear your guys' thoughts. Phoenix, you're probably new, but mostly I just do like recap videos. But just so much happened in this game. I was like, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. There's just so much that happened. I'm like, how do I break down everything? Yo, what's going on, Eric? How you doing, man? What were your thoughts on this game? Because like when so much happens and when these games go down to the wire, there's just like so many edits and so many clips because it's so hard to break down. Like, yeah, I could talk about the gist of what happened in the game, but for people that don't see the game, I'm just like, I try to tell them the plays that did happen, but then it's so many cuts because just so many things happened of like loose balls, offensive rebounds, turnovers, leaving guys open from three. And Phoenix, do you think Scotty Barnes is back? Do you think he's like going on the rise again? That RJ dunk was fire. And I know Phoenix, you may be mad. And the refs, like, yes, refs are gonna miss calls. But RJ got fouled on that dunk, man. He got fouled. He got fouled. But I understand you're gonna miss them, but maybe you want to miss the free throw, knowing us. But damn, that was nasty though. Credit to RJ. He's like, the ball's in my hands. I'm going to work. We need to give RJ the ball more in the fourth quarter. That's the problem. We don't know like who to consistently give the ball to in the fourth. Are you from Canada, Phoenix? He says I shouldn't have to say this, but I'm a big RJ fan as well. Really liked him as a prospect. Yeah, he was killing us passing the ball. And I didn't understand. He was making wise decisions the whole game. Why we kept on bringing another man over. Like, we know that he can make nice reads, so stop. If you're going to bring another man over, then someone's going to be open in the corner. You're just putting Barnes in his comfort zone. He makes those quick, rapid decisions that Randall needs to work on. And it resulted in, yeah, how many assists did Barnes? Yeah, Barnes is brilliant. I don't think he had a crazy scoring game, but he passed, no, he had 26 points, actually. 26 points. I feel a lot of them came in overtime in the fourth quarter. He had 26 points, 7 rebounds, he had 4 assists, 8 of 16 from the field. That 3 was huge too. He's not known as a consistent three-point shooter, but he knocked that down. 7 rebounds, 9 of 13 from the free throw line. The second free throw miss was huge. It's frustrating. Yeah, OG had 10 points, but 2 huge threes in overtime. Just wow, guys. If you haven't already, smash the like button. I appreciate you guys being here. That's true. Let me bring that up. It's not an excuse. I'm so in the moment right now. I had work today. But so I got off work because work was really busy today. So I got off work at like 2:30, 2:40. By the time I got home, it was like 2:50. So I had to like hop on this game really quick because the game started at 3 o'clock. So it was a back-to-back game. That's true. Let me say that. These guys were pretty gassed. They already get a lot of minutes, but a back-to-back, let's keep that in mind. But still, it's frustrating. No, I do not live in Manhattan. I live in New Jersey. Exactly. I just don't understand why we keep doing it. Like, I used to be frustrated with players, like, why do you keep leaving guys open? But I think it's Tibbs' system. Sometimes we would have drop coverage on defense for no reason. I just don't understand it. Even when Siakam was missing shots, I thought we were giving him too much space. I was like, here we go, Siakam's gonna have another huge game. Okay, I got you. I got you, Phoenix. But there's just so much happened this game. I was like, why not? I'm gonna go live, and I kind of owe you guys a live stream because I didn't upload a recap a couple or a few nights ago. Okay, Phoenix. I'm guessing you're from Phoenix, but you're a Raptors fan. Damn, just why we always have these great performances by players, but then they're spoiled. Except Randall. It was about time. Randall had a 42-point game. We won. A big performance, and we actually won. Remember, Randall, what was that, 41.9 versus Spurs lost. Jalen Brunson, 44 points up against, gosh, who we play? Don't even remember at the top of my head. Who? I can't remember. But I remember RJ, 44 points against the Bulls. We lose. What do I think about Trae Young? Trae Young's a good player. Owns the Knicks when it matters most. In the regular season, the Knicks, I believe, have a winning record against them. But I know I've heard rumors that they're looking to trade him. I don't think that's true. I think it's speculation. Maybe it is. I think they're going to obviously pick Trae over Nate McMillan. But even when Trae's shots not falling, he's a very good passer. Knows how to get to that floater. Kills us all the time. But I know he hasn't been that efficient from three, I believe. What's going on with Sims? DNP. Not playing him. I don't understand it. Especially because I'd rather have Sims vertical lob threat. He's a better athlete than Hardenstein. Rolls to the basket better. Screens are kind of the same. But at least, yeah, you can learn to stay out of foul trouble. It's like not like Hardenstein doesn't get in foul trouble. He does like every game. So what's the difference? Hardenstein's not really a three-point threat. I was telling Knicks fans when we got Hardenstein, he's a potential three-point shooter. He's not a proven three-point shooter. This is why we don't run pick and pops for him, buzzer beater. His floor spacing ability was overrated when we got him. That's why I said potential when we got him. You look back at every three he made in a Clippers uniform, non-pressure situations, when he had to chalk up a three when a shot clock was winding down, in the fourth quarter when they would be up 20 points when the game was pretty much decided, or when they would be down 20 points and the game was decided. Then that's when he would make threes. He's a potential three-point shooter. He's on the trade block, Ice Tray. He's on the trade block. Oh, I love them. Mike Green and Walt Frazier don't they deserve better, bro. They deserve better. Mike Green grew up a Knicks fan though, which makes it even better. And obviously Walt Frazier, best Knicks point guard of all time. I'll show you guys something. I remember my dad got me this for Christmas when I was like 7 or 8 years old. Walt Frazier action figure. And it came with Walt Frazier rookie card. When I was like young, I didn't know that was gonna be worth a lot of money when I was young. So that's in terrible condition. I could have sold that thing for like $3,000. Breen to say bang. Yeah, most of the time it's for the other team, right? What's going on, Chuck Key? How you doing? What's your thoughts on this game? I was actually born in Georgia. The reason why I'm a Knicks fan is because my dad was born in Manhattan. From Manhattan, he's a Giants. He was a Giants, Yankees, and Knicks fan. That's why. But I was born in Georgia. Yeah, Phoenix. But if Beal's back for that Wizards game, that's gonna be tough, especially the way Porzingis played. Let me look at the latest on Bradley Beal. All right, let's see. All right, Bradley Beal to miss Wizards game versus Warriors due to injury. So he's a hamstring injury. So He's missing that game, and then we play them on Wednesday. He was questionable. They're just mediocre. Like, I would say we're mediocre, but they're like a whole other level of mediocrity. Like, I think their ceiling's even lower. Yeah, well, yeah, they screwed up. They gave Beal that giant contract. I think Beal's a good player, but they gave a second or third option, a superstar Luka Bag. But if you wanted to keep him, that's what you had to give him. That's the market in today's NBA. That's the market. It's wild, though. It really is wild. In the next game, I want to see Brunson be more of that penetrator and setting guys up, not just penetrate to get to the mid range or stop, shoot that fadeaway, get to the basket. Like, yeah, that Randall, oh my gosh. Thinking of fadeaway, Randall took that stupid ass fadeaway when there was like two people on him. Bro, Randall was succeeding all game just driving to the basket. I hate when he settles for those shots. Yeah, we have all our picks. We have all our picks. But this is my thing with draft picks. They mean nothing unless you do something with them. Unless you trade for a star. Like, these picks mean nothing when you're mediocre. If you don't trade for a star or you don't trade up in the draft. Because what the Knicks have been doing, they've been trading back. But I know they traded back so we didn't draft anyone to like free up cap space. We moved on from Kemba. Who else was it? Noel and Burks? I forgot who was at the top of my head. To free up cap space to get Jalen Brunson. I don't think we make a move at the deadline. Who do we make a move at the deadline for? I don't think the Bulls are trying to trade LaVine anymore the way he's been playing. Yeah, Anunoby's a good young defender. But Brunson, if you've watched Knicks games this season, though, like the Bucks game, oh yeah, that's what it was. 44 points against the Bucks, we lost. Jalen Brunson had 44 points against the Bucks. But if you watch Brunson, he is one of the most underrated bags in the league because he was hitting some difficult ass shots with Drew Holiday, who's one of the best on-ball defenders in the league. Like he was hitting some tough ass shots. Like Brunson's a difficult shot maker, but OG Anunoby, I believe he is taller than Holiday. He has more length. But OG Anunoby is one of the most underrated defenders in the league. Exactly. You got to make moves with them, though. You can't just have them sit there. Got to beat the Wizards. Damn. So we are on a 3-game winning streak that is snapped by Phoenix plays Raptors. Hopefully I get cheered up tonight and the Cowboys lose. That would be nice. That would be nice. Yeah, you know what's so funny? I thought that Isaiah Hartenstein signing was a good signing. I thought it was. With his passing, like he brings us another element there, that floater. But I thought he was a decent rim protector. He's been worse than I thought. Like he gets in a foul trouble a lot. Gets in a foul trouble a lot. He's flat-footed a lot. Like I just can't trust him. I'm a Giants fan. Phoenix plays. I don't hate the Bills at all. I really like Josh Allen. That wasn't a good signing, and I don't know. Do I really trust Leon Rose right now? Do you guys trust Leon? What's going on, Adrian? How you doing? I don't know if I really trust him when it comes to free agency. Well, the Brunson move was good, but that better be good. You know, he was a good player regardless. Brought back Randall, on that contract. Some people agree with that, some people don't. Maybe you could say you're on the fence with that. He's playing better this season. Bring back Noel, have that good season. We trade him. Kemba signing didn't work out. Kind of saw that coming. Fournier signing didn't work out. Brought back Taj, gone. Brought back Burks, gone. Derrick Rose can't stay healthy. When it comes to free agency signings, yikes. Arnstein, I don't know. I don't know. Oof. Hood and Sims. It's the wrong situation with Hartenstein, in my opinion. He was surrounded by A-tier wing defenders that stopped guys from penetrating at the point of attack. He didn't have to do much rim protection in LA. That's true, but he wasn't a starting center. And the Clippers are a weird team. I don't trust the Clippers either. They're weird. Yeah, he was a good backup. And I loved hearing from Clippers fans. We're sad this guy left. Like, he plays hard and all that. Like, he plays hard, but he doesn't play smart at all. He doesn't. Gets beat way too much. Gets beat like a drum. Just wow. Like, I wouldn't have this reaction as much. Like, if this was maybe the second time this happened this season, we've just had so many games this season that's come down to this. Yeah, Weinstein's not that athletic. I watched Clippers, like, some Clippers film, though. I thought he was more of an athlete than we got from him, though. I wasn't expecting him to be a Sims or Mitch athlete, but before the season started, my prediction was Clippers Celtics, so I guess I'm going to roll with that. I don't think that's going to be it anymore, but we'll see. Things have changed a lot, though. Yeah, I just don't trust Philly to make it as long as they have Doc Rivers. I don't. I just don't. I do not. And Tobias Harris, I can't trust him in big moments either. I live in South Jersey, so I know a lot about the Sixers. Yeah, Maxi's good too. Maxi's really good. So I really like the role players as well. D'Anthony Mellon, those guys. Niang. Defensively sucks, but he's a pretty good shooter. I don't know what my ideal version is, but hopefully we're not a team that's just battling to get out of the first round of the playoffs. I don't want to be in that position. I want us to at least be in the position that we make it to the second round. I'm like, oh, we're confident we can get out of the second round. But we need another star. And I don't mean just a straight up like Randall level star that he's like barely making the all-star team. Like, we need a mega star. Like, we need that. I don't know who it is, but we need that. Yeah, especially because they're playing most of the game. They're fatigued. Tibbs can't put together an offensive game plan in the fourth quarter. Yeah, our IQ, like, Brunson 6'1", so you double team him. Like, I just don't understand why we don't get the ball out quick. When a double team's coming, it's like rapid, quick decision. Like, I don't understand why Randall holds on to the ball too long. Like, does he think he's magically going to split through a double team when two guys are all over him? Like, it's so frustrating. RJ's such a weird player. I don't even know how to read RJ. Because he'll have games that it's just like, wow, this dude could be a straight up star. And then there's games that it's just like, can't make a shot at the basket. Like, I understand he's not being treated as the number one option like other people do, but it's like those are open 3-point shots. He can't handle the basketball at all. He's such a weird player. He's gonna go down as one of the weirdest players in Knicks history if this trajectory continues. That he'll have games that it's like, oh, he could be the Knicks' next big thing. He just dropped 44 points, and then he'll have a stinker. Like, he's such a weird player, but I feel he's been treated weird as a third overall pick since we got this guy. When we drafted him third overall, the same offseason we signed Julius Randle. We kind of promised Randle to be the guy. Like, what franchise does that? You draft someone third overall, and then you get someone in free agency who wasn't known as a, I believe he was coming off the bench with the Pelicans, Randle, because they had Anthony Davis. That it's just like, yeah, we're not treating you as a third overall pick. You're not going to be the number one option. Like, what? Like, that's just weird. Get a shitty coach, David Fizdale, structure all over the place. Mike Miller takes over, wins games, doesn't trust the youth movement. Thibodeau, outdated offensive system, bringing for, I don't know. But I feel if you're the third overall pick, you can overcome all those things. I'll say RJ is a good quality player in this league. I don't see star right now. Or maybe we don't see. I don't even know if I should say I don't see star right now. It's the fourth year in the league, so he's a good player though. There needs to be player movement when we were done. Yeah, we've been saying that buzzer beater since Tibbs has been named the coach or been with the New York Knicks. There's never going to be consistent player movement unless it's Quentin Grimes or Obi Toppin. Like, I don't understand. I don't know if Tibbs asks these guys to move or it's their instincts to move. I just never know. Hardenstein did have that nice pass though when Obi leaked out, and then someone made a nice read and Obi popped to that corner. So he did score the ball decent when he was out there. I don't understand why he didn't play much. It's 5 points in 11 minutes. He's just such a weird player. He's such a strange player. And it's not a bad thing. It's just like he is. If he wants to ever be that top creator, though, he has to have a better handle. Like, his handle's not consistently good. Like, you're going to be limited as a shooting jump shots off the dribble creator if you can't create enough elevation on jump shots. We've seen jump shots that are step backs get blocked, or you just can't consistently create separation off the bounce. Like, you see Jaylen Brown, the elevation he gets off the ground shooting those jump shots. RJ doesn't get that. But again, I think he's a good player. I don't think he's a great player, but he's good. Sacramento, I've liked what they've been doing. Honestly, De'Aaron Fox or Halliburton. De'Aaron Fox is still one hell of a player, even though Halliburton's like leading the league in assists. Sabonis is a good player. Keegan Murray, I think, has kind of fallen off since he's gotten off to that good start. I haven't watched him a lot lately, but I've been happy for the Kings. They've been playing some competitive, good basketball. They got shooters. Kevin Huerter shooting that, got the rock. You know, Malik Monk brings good energy. I know his 3-point percentage is dipped, but he's athletic. He used to play with De'Aaron Fox in college, which is cool. And I think I jinxed Killian Hayes' buzzer beater. So I made a video on Killian Hayes on my other channel that Killian Hayes is starting to turn the corner because he's been playing good basketball lately. I understand he's on the Pistons, but the last 15 games he's been averaging like 13 points, 6 assists. His field goal percentage has gone up. Plays the Knicks, plays like absolute dog shit. He plays like absolute trash. But Sabonis is a good passer, and I've known about Sabonis since I used to follow college basketball more when I was like in 5th, 6th grade because I was a Syracuse fan. I don't really watch basketball as much. We're playing Gonzaga, and I didn't know who Sabonis really was at the time, but Sabonis would kill us all the time with his footwork, wasn't crazy athletic, would kill us with the hook, passes. He has a good feel for the game. Good feel for the game. But we ended up coming back and winning that game. We made it to, I think we made it to the Final Four, but we got mollywopped by North Carolina. Yeah, it's weird because we see times in transition that he tries to take on 3 guys, and then sometimes we see that he can make that pass. So I feel like it comes down to when he wants to. I think he just needs to learn how to balance it out, when to attack and when to kick it out. Tell me if you agree with this. To be a contender, you need a minimum of top 15 half-court offense. These transition buckets you get in the regular season don't translate. Yeah, because the game slows down in the playoffs. I agree completely 100% with you. Look at who made it to the finals when it was the Celtics and Warriors. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown are some of the best half-court scorers in the league. They can just create anything off the dribble. Tatum's ISO game, his bag's unbelievable. Same thing with Brown. And then you take a look at the Warriors. Obviously, they have so much off-ball movement, but Andrew Wiggins can knock down difficult mid-range shots, fadeaways. Curry, he can score threes in a bunch of different ways, coming off the screens, but his handle's ridiculous. He can get to that scoop shot around the basket, that floater, mid-range, come off the screen, splash the three from anywhere. Clay coming off the screens. But yeah, the problem with the Knicks when they entered the playoffs, obviously we got exposed when it came to our half-court offense. Obviously, they had the megastar on the other end of Trae Young, who can create his own shot. Knicks didn't have that. Randall couldn't hit anything at all. You have RJ, who at the time his game started to expand offensively, creating off the bounce, and he's starting to get deep into the paint, shoot that fadeaway occasionally. I think he needs to do it more consistently, and he's starting to expand with the step back. But Elfrid Payton can't create shit, scoring the ball. RJ can get to the basket, but he's way more predictable back then. Randall couldn't get anything going. We know Mitch. Bullock, as much as I liked him, solid defender, but he's a standstill three-point shooter, a guy that would occasionally pump fake, put the ball on the floor. When we were successful in game 2, Burks was able to create, shoot those threes. Derrick Rose was able to work downhill. You need to be able to create off the bounce. I agree with you. I agree. And Jaren Jackson Jr., I've yet to see that leap offensively that they would really need out of him. Ever since the second season, I believe, he's been really inconsistent from three. But yeah, I don't believe in the Grizzlies either. I like what they're building, but they need more. Deuce, Obi, and Sims need more minutes, if for no other reason than to give the starters rest to close. Yep, I agree. Deuce, he barely gets. It's so funny when we're on that winning streak. Deuce is getting 15 minutes plus, but 6 minutes, 6. Quickly 21 minutes at 14 points. At 5 fouls. Quickly's been way more. We're starting to become more efficient. So I'm gonna look. I don't know if it's updated. Let's look at his field goal percentage this year. Shooting 42% from the field. I know that doesn't sound great, but compared to his rookie year, shooting 39% his second year, 42% is improved for Quickly. And how about that? So now with RJ Barrett averaging 20 points per game this season, if you want to have a little fun, we now have 3 players in the starting lineup averaging 20 or more points per game: Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, and Jalen Brunson. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Tough loss. Nice chatting with you guys. Appreciate all your support. Smash the like button. Peace out, guys. Go Knicks.